Greetings, YouTube. The Doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Dungeons & Dragons. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or comment. All right, it's time for another installment of the Doctor Spell Prognosis. And today we are talking about the spell Enhance Ability. I think that we are going to give this spell a B-. So it has a few in combat uses, not very many. Most of the uses for this spell are out of combat or near combat, but let's take a look at it. So it is a second level spell that is usable by a whole bunch of stuff. Bards, clerics, druids, sorcerers, artificers, and Oath of Glory paladins. Wizards? Sorcerers, if you're going to include sorcerers and not wizards, I don't really understand that. Artificers, I understand because they're very buffy. Sorcerers and wizards are so similar in their spellcasting repertoire. I'm not sure why the decision was made to include sorcerers and not wizards. But, it is what it is. The 3.5 version of this spell was so much better, but it was 6 different spells. And they actually gave a bump to your ability score, which included bumping any things associated with that bonus, including saving throws. Then 4th edition didn't really have this, and now we've got enhanceability in 5th edition. So it is a second level spell. It takes 1 action. It is touch, verbal, somatic, and material, which is not really something that costs anything. It lasts for an hour. It is concentration. So, again, be careful when casting this in combat because you may want to cast another spell that requires concentration that isn't actually a combat spell. So, there is that. So, you touch a creature and you give it a magical enhancement and you choose 1. So we've got Bear's Endurance, Bull Strength, Cat Grace, Eagle Splendor, Fox's Cunning, Owl's Wisdom, and then you can upcast this to include additional targets. And I'm going to interpret this as when you choose 1 of the following effects and all the targets get that 1 effect. So Bear's Endurance gives you advantage on Constitution checks, not saving throws, checks, which is horrible. And it gives you 2d6 temporary hit points, which is also horrible. Bull Strength, which is probably the only thing I would think about using in combat. Bull Strength gives you advantage on strength checks and doubles carrying capacity. So why use this in combat? Because a character can use this to push or trip. And that's an athletics check, which is a strength check, so you get advantage on those. And a lot of times that can become very, very, very important. Again, it's not advantage on strength saving throws, which isn't that great. Cat's Grace. The target has advantage on dexterity checks, which can be used in combat as a defensive maneuver if you're using acrobatics for something, but it doesn't really come up very often. And it's not saving throws. It doesn't take damage from falling 20 feet or less if it's incapacitated. If it is not incapacitated. So that's just a little extra. And then Eagle Splendor, Fox's Cunning, and Owl's Wisdom give you advantage on Charisma, Intelligence, and Wisdom, respectively. There's not anything that's extra in either one of those 3 things, which I don't think is correct. They should put... There is something that's a little extra in addition to having advantage on the check with Bear's Endurance, Bull Strength, and Cat's Grace. There is nothing with the mentals, so I think that they deserve to have some kind of extra, something put on them. And those 3 things are mainly out of combat abilities. So... advantage on wisdom checks, the best thing for that is perception. Advantage on intelligence checks, the best things for those would be things like religion or arcana or history or investigation. And charisma checks, the best things, of course, for those are intimidate, persuasion, performance, and deception. So So that's what I think about this spell. It's okay. It's not great. It does have its uses. It has very limited uses in combat and more uses out of combat. All right, that's what I got for everybody today. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I will catch everybody later.